Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So recently when I wrote my blog on the seminar in LA May 6 and May 7, I wrote that it is a seminar of cross the line of no return. So many Wing Chun friends messaged me asking me why is it this seminar is named as Cross the Line of No Return Seminar. So here I like to share with you what do I mean. Okay. Let's use an analogy so that we all can understand. Okay. So like we learn how to drive a car from completely don't know about car at all, or try and error, try to drive a car but still don't quite get it how to drive a car. If we go through educations of car driving, like in California, okay, you have a formal educations of how to drive a car. After 10 hours, one will no longer don't know how to drive a car, or no idea how to drive a car, or needs to be try and error how to drive a car. So we look at in the highway, there are millions of people who drive, and in fact they just have to go through for example about around 10 hours of basic car driving training, and then say 50 hours of on the road, then they can drive a car. Okay. And if you look at that, driving a car is a dangerous act. Okay. In highway, people can get killed if one don't drive carefully or know exactly how to handle the car when the car is traveling 65 miles per hour. Okay. So this seminar there's no magic in that. Okay. It is like how to learn to drive a car, okay, in 10 hours. And for those who don't know about car and driving, or try and error in driving and not quite sure, after the 10 hours, for sure they were going to cross the line of no return. They can no longer don't know how to drive a car. They will know how driving a car is about, why is about, okay, and what need to be do. Okay, so they can answer why, how, what. Okay, so that's what I mean by cross the line of no return. Once you know why, how, what, the big picture, you're not going to be don't know about it anymore. Okay, of course, knowing this why, how, what doesn't mean that you're going to be a top car racer in the world. But knowing this, even if later you want to be the racer, it's going to build on top of it. Okay, and it is needed to learn this type of basic. Okay. Now, so why do I have the confidence to say that this seminar is the cross the line of no return seminar for learning Wing Chun? Why? Let me tell you, okay, this has to be scientific. First, in analogy with the car driving, we know it is possible if we do it in a systematic, efficient and effective way within 10 hours of the training how to drive a car, and then 50 hours of going to the road, that one can go to highway. Okay, and ROD in highway is driving 65 miles per hour. Okay, and so if we look into the Wing Chun educations on what is going wrong, okay, in the past, and how to make it effective and efficient in learning, we can come up with a solution. The key is to come up with a solution. And if we examine the way how most people in general study Chinese martial arts, in the past, in general, it'll be like, first you go to the class and the teacher asks you to stand in the stands, okay, some horse stands, and like Wing Chun, you're going to stand in iYikKam for weeks or whatever, and then come back and teach one the sets, start to train sets, and then some basic techniques and its applications, and then train chi sao, and then train sparring. Okay, this is how usually the things carry out for a person when he's studying the Chinese martial arts. Okay, so say Wing Chun. Now, what we know, the secret in this teaching, okay, is that there is a hidden secret which is really destructive in this type of teaching. Okay, and this secret, and actually no secret anymore, since I'm going to tell you this now based on the research, is causing the art to lose. So what is this? Okay, it's very simple. Rule number one can teach the student the sets playing, mimic the sets, but you don't want to teach the student the proper applications. One can teach the student applications, but do not teach the student how to develop the mechanics or momentum. Okay? So this is what happened, the pattern since the ancient time. First, you have a student, you can teach him sets, okay? And of course you don't want to make it easy, but you couldn't teach him sets, okay? Like in Wing Chun, you teach him Xiu Lim Tao, and then wait until 1 year or 2, you teach him Cham Kyu, and then maybe 10 years later you teach him POG, okay? If you can drag that long. Or if he is somebody who you don't know or you don't trust, whatever reason. And then only a guy who is a student who is closer to you and you feel comfortable, you teach him some applications. Okay? And then doing some chi sao stuff or some sparring stuff. Well, only your son, that you teach him the mechanics of how to develop the kung fu, okay, the mechanics, like the momentum handling and those kind of stuff, okay, and the difference between the techniques and momentum, so forth, okay. So you can see that the usual a student will learn the sets some fighting applications or some applications of the sets or the move, which is we don't know whether even it is proper or in the advanced way, okay, or proper way. And then but the student will not know about the how to develop the mechanics and how to handle the momentum, how to all those stuff, okay, all those what we call the gong. So normal student will be able to only learn the sets. The student which is closer can learn some applications techniques, and only the guy's son or extremely close, or the daughter, the son-in-law will be able to learn the mechanics to develop the gong. Okay. Now this create a mess now. Okay. Most people never go through the second, which is learning the proper applications, and never ever see the mechanics. That's what happened. So if one never know the proper applications, then he's going to teach other people with his own idea or speculations. Okay. Now even if the person know the applications, if he is not taught how the mechanics and the momentum and so forth, how to develop that, he will never be able to handle the momentum and so forth. Okay. So if we have all the people who only learn the sets in the sets way and a minimum of the applications, and so you have one generation like that, you will have everybody who will going their own way to speculate on the applications and doing their own teaching, and then it can develop different lineages. And of course, within these people, these students, there might be 1 out of 1,000 who is smart and talented and be able to understand what is in the sets without being taught. But that's 1 to 1,000. So you see the 999 people is going around like that. Okay? And then not to mention that they will never know what is momentum means. Okay? So that's why the education model is a mess there. And you can take a whole lifetime of guessing, but it's limited in the set practice, and really don't, without knowing the applications and the mechanics, how is one going to really learn the sets, to understand what's going on? As we know right now, those idiotic stands. Those idiotic stands is because one have no idea what is the proper educations of how to use it and the mechanics. If one know the mechanics and the proper applications, then one is not going to stand into that idiotic stance. That show, okay? So we don't need to go very far. We just look at people stand their stance and we know exactly do they have the transmissions or the teaching or not. Okay? And this thing is very bad. This type of secretive of teaching is very bad for education. Know why? Often the teacher dies before he can even teach his kids or whoever close to him or his close student about the mechanics, the momentum and so forth. So the art is gone forever. So the son or the close follower have only some application and some set play, but it is like having an empty shell without soul. Okay. So that is the issue, and that need to be to be changed. Okay. And of course, in the ancient, that because teaching martial art, there's a responsibility. Not everybody want to be Sifu. Seriously. That's why a lot of people don't want to choose to teach, to have students. The reason is this: Sifu is a big responsibility. Responsibility for your student, responsibility for your own school, a lot of responsibility. If the student do bad outside, the Sifu have to take responsibility for that. Have to be responsible for that. So in China, you can read about it. Even like in Wing Chun, a lot of people don't want to teach. Okay. So with this understanding of the past and today, today's society is different. Okay. We are more educated than them. Okay. The society is ruled by law, and everybody need to behave to a certain degree. Okay, within the law. So the teaching of the martial art can be more effective and efficient instead of setting all this trap out, so that purposely not let people learn the art. Okay. So based on today's society, that everybody is most of us are rational. Okay. And most of us are constructive, because if we are not constructive, we will not see smartphone today or internet today. Okay. We put our time in developing good stuff for other people and for ourselves and making a living, so forth. So with this kind of situations, we actually can present the Wing Chun, or having a Wing Chun education model, like the driving the car. Within 10 hours, we want people to know what is Wing Chun, what is how to study this. And if one want to be a racer, like the car racer, after they learn how to drive, they can get the experience instructor or coach to further learn how to race. If not, at least that everybody have a standard education. Everybody know what is driving is about. Everybody can go up the highway and understand that, this is highway. Or at least if one cannot drive, one can say, okay, this is highway. We have to watch out, okay? This is high speed there. You want to get up the highway, there's issue. We can avoid the problem, okay? Even one don't want to drive, one can say, okay, we can avoid the problem because we know what is going on there. Okay? So the Cross the Line of No Return seminar is designed this way. I purposely designed it this way so that this is a template for whoever is qualified to teach on Wing Chun West. Okay, they can use this template to teach, like teaching how to drive a car. You have driving school all over the place. And again, I want to tell you this: Wing Chun West and this template I designed, there's no need to give me any royalty, because this is education. It's for everybody, for every Wing Chuners. Okay. The main issue is one need to have the qualifications to teach. It's like a teacher, a driving teacher, driving coach. They got to have the approval or pass the qualification test of the DNV, okay, or the vehicles department, okay. So make sure that they are safe, they know what they are talking about, okay. And a driving teacher or driving coach can make their own money. They can teach one guy for $1 million, nobody care, okay. If they teach a billionaire and the billionaire give them because of their good quality that a lot of money, $1 million, that's fine, okay. And the teacher do not have to give royalty to DNV, but it need to pass the qualifications test, and it need to be present as what the DNV listed or to cover, so that make sure the driver who learn how to drive is safe in the highway, okay. So this is the template I designed, and everybody can use it. It is not a royalty money making thing for me, but it is setting a standard of learning so that everybody benefit and Wing Chun can grow and proceed further, instead of we are stuck in the model like, oh, everybody only at the level of mimic sets, no idea on the applications, or have little idea on the applications, and up to everybody's imaginations, and completely have no idea on what is the mechanics, okay. We cannot afford to go there. And in fact, if you look at why is people going to Tai Chi and all this, it's because they don't know the mechanics of Wing Chun. They do not know the proper applications of Wing Chun. So what they learn is mimic some sets from this guy, that guy, and then maybe go around to get the opinion from different teachers who really have not trained in the applications and mechanics, and then they get all this information and they say, oh, you know, I get it, I'm going to go to Tai Chi, internal arts, okay, and you see they do push hand, okay, those will be good for Wing Chun. And this is all what happened. Or it's go to 峨眉十二庄, oh, you know, because I know the writing of the Xiu Lim Tao have 峨眉十二庄, and so I'm going to go to learn everything from the master of 峨眉十二庄. But guess what? They have no idea of what is a long fist or short strike, and all get trapped. So right now, with the Wing Chun West, which is I share with everybody, who everybody can use it, we want to demolish this. If we don't demolish this, we are wasting the consumer's time and wasting the consumer's money. And also, the guy who opened the school is not going to do good in their business. Why? Because they are trapped within this unknown stuff. That's why you see a lot of Wing Chuners, again, go study some Tai Chi, or import some Xing Yi or Yi Qian or Zhuan Zhuang or Qi Gong, whatever, put in their school, because they cannot grow. However, if really one know the Wing Chun sets, one know the proper applications, the rule, the guideline of it, one know the mechanics, one can grow. It's like one know the alphabet, one know the basic component, one can grow. One don't need to go keeping import the Tai Chi, Xing Yi, Bagua, Ngo Zhou, White Crane, Shaolin, One don't need that. One can pay attention to what Wing Chun is about. One focus in Wing Chun, and thus one develop the skill of Wing Chun, and one be able to get the insight and further grow. Everybody can do that. So this is the reason why I say this is the seminar across the line of no return. Okay, it is going a new way. Okay, it is a win-win way. Okay, the Sifus can have or the coach can have a better school, expand the school, while the student have good quality educations. I do this because I deal with this like a technology. You develop a technology, the company develop the product, the consumer benefit from the product. Like it or not, okay, let's not talk about high moral, motak and blah blah blah. We need research, or we need training for the instructor and for the coach, for the teaching. Okay, and that need money. You cannot expect saying that, hey, you teach this for zero money. Okay, you cannot expect people, anybody, okay, to teach you anything good for zero money. You cannot expect that, because they provide their service. One need to pay. Okay, they need to make a living also. So this education template is for everybody, so that this industry can grow, instead of ignore it. Okay, instead of say, in one way we talk about high moral, in another way we want money and in another way we have no idea what is Wing Chun. Okay, we know what is Wing Chun. We know that everybody need to get compensation, and we know that the student need to get a quality training, so that they have the skill, and which is useful for them in their life, okay, in their daily living. Now, the 2 days, okay, the 2 days. The first day is with the team, meeting and getting to know yourself. Meeting and getting to know yourself. The second is meeting and getting to know Wing Chun. 2 days, okay? First day is meeting and get to know yourself. The second day is meeting and get to know Wing Chun. Why? Using the car analogy. If we have a new car, we want to learn how to drive a car. Somebody in the who sell you the car, okay, say for example you buy a BMW E3 car, then somebody is going to have to sit with you in the car, explain to you what does it mean in the dashboard. Oh, this is the GPS, this is the fuel, this is the all kind of stuff. Okay, so that you know what to look for. And then the instructor will start the engine, say, oh, this is how you start the engine, and this is how to move forward, move backward, stay in the neutral. Okay, you need that. And then you need to know, oh, this is the tire, and this is how you open up the trunk and so forth. So the first day is doing exactly like that, meeting and getting to know yourself. If we don't know ourselves, how the hell are we going to do anything at all? Okay, so the first thing is, when in this under this meeting and get to know yourself, the first thing is introductions and experience your body, mind, breathing, chi, force flow, and momentum. The 6 core elements, the 6, 13, 3. Okay, That is the first thing need to be known. There's like, you have a new car, a BMW i3, you go inside there, you see so many things, a modern display and so forth inside there. You find out what are they, what is this about, and then you have a try experience. Oh, you push this button, you get this. You push this button, you get this. And of course, this is very different than to be a mechanical engineering, a mechanical engineer who can design the car. But at least if you have sit in the i3 and people carry you through this, you know, oh, this is for my GPS, this is my fuel, okay? And this is for my Bluetooth for my cell phone, okay? This is for my light, okay? And this is for my brake, and this is for my gas. You know that. And the 6-13-3, which is the body, the mind, the breathing, the chi, force flow, and momentum, can be introduced that way. It's not difficult at all, okay? So don't get into those internal this and that. You just go into the i3, like the BMW i3 car, you sit inside there and you look all this dashboard, and you try to do everything, to function, to manual everything, to control thing inside there. If you don't know that, how can you go drive the i3 out? You can, right? So of course this is a brief introduction, but it covers the basis. At least one have a taste of it, and one really sit on top of the i3, the new BMW i3 electric car or the hybrid car, and one know exactly what's going on. One know it cannot go further than this. Okay, it has to be within this. Okay. So that's the first thing. So that's why 6-13-3 is very important. And this, I want to point this out too, because this is not known. That's why Wing Chuners, after, if you look at after a Grandmaster Iman, keeping importing internal this and that and that and that. Because one have no idea what happened, like in the car of the BMW i3, the hybrid car. One have no idea what it is, and try to explain things based on oneself or one's interpretations, and that create a mess out of the whole thing. And now we open the cut. This is what it is. It never go beyond this. It can go deeper, but never go beyond. Okay, nothing ever go beyond 6-13-3. In Chinese martial art or healing art, it never go, or Qigong, it never go beyond 6-13-3. Never. It's only go deeper. Okay. And then for this meeting and getting to know yourself the first day, of course you want to develop your dynamic, flexible 7-ball or the rattan body. Need to know exactly what it is. Have a taste of it. It's like you don't know how to drive a car the first time, at least you know how to go forward, move backward, turning corner, turn into neutral gear, those kind of stuff. Well, knowing those, one will, if one keep practice, one will go up, and sure, one need to learn more detailed stuff from the coach. But at least one know, oh hey, driving a car, just go forward, backward, turn left, turn right, corner, turn in a circle, those kind of stuff. Okay. And then the last thing for the first day is practice 修炼套 properly to develop skill and get result. Because one know one's body, okay, one can start practice 修炼套 to get to develop skill. Remember, the first educations in the ancient Chinese training of a martial art is what? After standing in the horse stands, those kind of stuff, is practice set, right? Like a mimic sets, right? And now we do mimic set also. We do the stand practice also. However, we tell people why, how. In the ancient, did a good teacher teach a student this way? Yes. When they say, oh, stand, they explain to you every part of the body, the 6-13-3. And when they practice sex, same thing. They explain the 613 training. So what I'm showing here is not my new invention. It's actually the ancient way. We bring it back. We use today's scientific way to explain why, how, what, so that everybody understand. And this point out one thing also. You look at, like, oh, the Sifu have this genius, talented son. Are you serious? Is that in the gene? Wing Chun is in the gene? No. It is because the son was taught differently. He had going through these educations. Okay? Like the guy who taught the 613 first, and then the devote the rattan body, and then proper use of the Xiulim Tao. That will be light year away from the student. You put them on there and say, okay, now you're going to stand iYikKam Ma. This is how it is. Go keep practice. This is a Xiulim Tao. Okay, you come learn from me every move. Okay, and you keep practice. It's million miles away if you're doing this way. Okay, that's why a few hours in this meeting and getting to know yourself can replace decades or even lifetime of guessing where you go nowhere. And again, once one go through that, one know why, how, what, and it is cross the line of no return. Why? Once one know that, one's not going to go back to this, say, hey, I want to guess this, it's my opinion, my interpretation. One don't go through those kind of thinking anymore. One don't argue with that anymore. Like once sit in the BMW i3 hybrid car, once one go through the 1 hour with the salesman teaching you how to do it before you go out from the store because you own the car, you never go guessing what is inside i3 anymore. Okay, so that's the first day. We need to do that. Even for this healthy of our body and knowing more about body, we need that. The healing art and so forth, one need that. Okay, so big deal internal. And over here I said qi, force flow. Then they ask, Hendrik, are you serious? Qi, force flow? Are you serious? Within a few hours, the first day, say 4 hours, you can learn that? Sure, why not? What's the big deal? There's no magic there. That's why I always tell people, you want to know about qi? Go watch a porno movie. You get the erection, there is a qi effect there. That's what exactly it is. We all know the baby erections, the infancy erections, is what the Chinese call when the body is energized up with qi. The man erection watching the porno movie is actually an exercise of the circuits of the reproduction systems. Activate the qi. So big deal. Okay? Force flow. Anybody be able to know force flow within half an hour. How good you handle that is a different story. You need to practice, right? It's very simple. Like, eating with spoon when we are baby, eating with spoon. When the mommy shows us how to eat with a spoon, we know how to eat the spoon, how to hold that spoon until that, like today, we don't even need to think we can eat with the spoon. That's a different story, right? But the mommy have to show the baby how, or the kids how to, oh, this is a spoon, this is how we eat. Same thing with force flow, same thing with qi. Why are you going to all these mysterious people flying around like birds or some god will never exist in the world, okay? You don't need that. Serious. And this all can deliver. Okay? Anybody go through this? One will practically change the way how one look at it. Okay, and the practice too. Okay, so the second day is the meeting and getting to know Wing Chun. Wing Chun is a technology somebody designed before. Don't get into those my interpretation, your interpretations. Okay. And for Chinese martial art, we need to know what is the long fist and the short strike. What is the momentum, the power type, the mechanics, the body conditioning. That's simple. Okay. We need to know this basic experience with it. It's like driving a car. You know that this is a local drive, this is a highway drive. Okay, you're driving a four-wheel drive in the beach or the mountain. You drive the city drive. Okay, those kind of stuff. And then you get to know Wing Chun, the sticking body short strike. Know what it is. Know what it means by long coming, short receive, habitually close in. Know what is come, receive, go, escort, disengage, move forward. That's Wing Chun. And within that, there will be the momentum, the power type, the Wing Chun mechanics, the line or the zone of attack, the footwork, all this stuff. Basic. Okay? It's like one learn how to drive a four-wheel drive. Okay? Because this is not a sport car but a four-wheel drive, so one learn how to drive it. That simple. Okay, and then one uses for to understand the basic core education basic applications and practice Qi Sao. Why Qi Sao? Qi is sticking. We define the sticking more is called receive. It's called close in. So sticking is actually receive and close in. Instead of, sticking is like the Tai Chi, we play with Jing. We play with Fa Jing. Well, wait a minute. Tai Chi is a long fist. They are doing push hand. They are not doing sticking and close in. Wing Chun Qi Sao is practicing receive and close in because Wing Chun have Wing Chun's momentum. It's like a snake is not going to do what the tiger do. A tiger is not going to do what the snake do. Okay. So this is the second day. Now, after these 2 days, you get all this basic. Think about it. Disregard of you first day Wing Chuner or a lifetime 50, 60 years of Wing Chuners. Will you go back to before once you know this? Unless you already know this already when you train, then nothing changed. And you know that, this is the education. But for the majority of people who never exposed to this education, this formal educations, after 10 hours, they will completely have a very broad view, but a focused view. A focused view because they know what's Wing Chun. A broad view because they know the limit is sky high. And we don't need to keeping badmouth other people saying, that guy is no good, that guy is wrong, that guy is wrong, that guy is no wrong. After one know this, one will shut up and say, hey, I need all my time to develop this mechanic. This is so fun. I cannot close in. I need to learn how to close in. Okay? Actually, there are many Wing Chuners. Even people who really play with MMA, Thai boxing and so forth. discuss with me, work with me on how to get close in, how to use Tor, and so forth. Okay? These are real people who play in MMA and Thai boxing match and so forth. It's not about who is more advanced, who is Sifu. No, we talk about technical, okay? It's just like, for example, like using this car. If you like car, you say, oh, you know, i3, the BMW i3, there's this, they have this electric motor, the Tor, how to use the Tor, how to use different type of function. So you see, they're so fun. It doesn't have to be, I am better than you, okay? Your lineage is bullshit, or my lineage is better than you. And then you have, oh, let's fight, okay? Don't talk mouth, talk with your hand. Seriously? Don't behave like those uncivilized tribe member try to challenge a nuclear bomb with their arrow, saying, hey, you know, I have this arrow, you see sharp, how sharp my arrow is? And the nuclear bomb, it doesn't look like sharp at all. It's a piece of something, okay? Don't be like that, okay? So for the people who say, don't speak with mouth, okay? Speak with your hand. Those are actually a wrong concept. The concept is that if we do not know why and how and what good is to talk about physical? You know, if we don't know about the BMW i3, how to drive it, are we going to drag that with the what do you call that? With the horse? So you imagine you buy a BMW i3. You don't want to read the manual. You don't want to know why, how, and what to drive that car. You say, let's only talk action. So the next thing you know is you're going to get 10 of your tribe member to push that BMW i3, or put 2 horses in front of it, drag the hell out of it. Okay? You want to do that? Or you want to say, okay, I want to understand why, how, what? And then just go inside the BMW, just push the button, and then drive it. That's simple. So, again, this thing is, we are in the 21st century when robots can replace us in many areas. If we keep thinking those, don't talk with mouth and talk with your hand, forget about it. Somebody might send their AI robot to talk to you, okay? See whether your hand is faster than the robots or not. Are we going to get faster hand than bullets of in the machine gun? So without the theory and the practice, we go nowhere. Okay, we know it already. This is 21st century. You look at the technology, how the technology developed in the world. We see how things happen, and not going back into the village or the uncivilized tribe there and try to be gung-ho, okay? Yes, someday people were going to use the AI robots. So this is to share with you today, and I hope that you see what is this. And this is a template, as what I said. I developed this template not for my royalty, okay? This is for education. This is whoever go with the Wing Chun West path. And Wing Chun West, it doesn't have that. You don't have to convert out your lineage. You just have to use the Wing Chun West education platform, or the iYikKam platform, okay? You can be any lineage. Do not need to convert to any lineage. Because I developed this Wing Chun West education template. Here you can see me talk in the YouTube, okay? You don't need to convert. The idea is not to convert. The idea is to provide an education so all lineages succeed, okay? Disregard of whose lineage, okay? everybody's success, because only if everybody do good, then Wing Chun is good. I'm not interested to be a billionaire making money from Wing Chun. I'm not interested to be a grandmaster of Wing Chun. As what I always say, I'm just like a professor in the or the instructor in the college. I teach physics, and you can have many professors in this world teaching physics. I'm just one of them because I study physics. That's all. Okay. So hopefully that I explained to you what's going on this cross the line of no return seminar.